Hey there, tech fans. Rick here again with another review, and today I have the DJI Air 2S drone. Now, I've been flying this drone ever since it was released, and it's hands down my favorite drone to put up in the air, and I think it may be the perfect drone, especially at this price point. So what I'd like to do in this video is give you 5 good reasons why you're going to fall in love with the Air 2S. But before I get into those 5 reasons, I want to point out that DJI sells this in 2 different packages. They have the basic package, which includes the drone, the controller, a set of spare props, a few other cables, and a battery. But they also sell the Fly More combination, which is the one I've got in front of me here. That includes the drone, the controller, 2 extra batteries, the charging hub, a bunch of extra propellers, and a lot of other accessories. And if you're interested in this drone, definitely check out the difference between those 2 packages, because I feel the Fly More combination gives you a lot of accessories that after you fly the drone for a couple of weeks, you're going to end up buying anyway, and you can save a lot of money by buying that Fly More package. Okay, so enough about that. Why do I love this drone? Well, there are 5 solid reasons, starting with the camera. A drone of this size, having a 1-inch sensor like the Air 2S has, is almost unheard of. When you think of the size of the drone and the size of the sensor, a 1-inch sensor on the front of this drone will record 5.4K footage on video, which is incredibly good from up there in the sky. It's like having a DSLR flying around your neighborhood. It'll record 4K at 60 frames a second, 1080p content. It takes fantastic pictures, and the whole reason you're buying a drone is to capture some amazing footage from 200 feet in the air. So you've got one of the best cameras available on a drone today. Another consideration is flight time. A lot of the drones on the market brag about being able to fly for 10 or 15 minutes, which seems like a long time until you put a drone up and start enjoying flying across the countryside, and 15 minutes goes by like that. This drone will fly 31 minutes on a full charge, which again is double what most of the drones on the market will offer. And that extra time in the air is so important, because if you're trying to film a location, it takes time to get to the location, get the framing right of the shot, record your video or take your pictures, and then get back to your home base, the return to home, and you need time to do that. So 31 minutes gives you plenty of time to get to a location, film to your heart's content with still battery energy left to get you back to your takeoff point. The next thing that's really important is the connection to the drone. Now, a lot of the drones on the market really have kind of a Wi-Fi connection between the controller and the drone, which works okay if it's in close, but if you're flying around trees or buildings or there's a lot of Wi-Fi interference in the area, the controller and the drone may break apart, and then the drone's on its own, and that's a scary thing to have happen. This uses a proprietary DJI technology called OcuSync, which is a Wi-Fi connection, but it's also smart enough to hop across frequencies to maintain its solid connection between the drone and the controller. As a matter of fact, this drone could fly, if you were allowed to do it, 12 kilometers away. Think about that. 12 kilometers between you and the drone flying somewhere. Now, again, I said if you could, because in the US we have a visual line of sight requirement where you can't fly the drone farther than you can see it. So for me, that's about 2,000 feet on a really good day. But knowing I've got a rock solid connection between the two means I'm never going to have to worry about losing connection to my drone and having to do things I didn't expect it to do. By the way, if it does lose connection, which is a rare possibility, the first thing the drone's going to do when it realizes you're no longer controlling it is it's going to elevate to a certain height, turn around, fly home, and land almost exactly where it took off. So there's a ton of safety features built into the unit. The other thing that solid connection does is it provides a tremendously good quality video feed back from the camera and the drone that you'll see on your tablet or your phone that's connected to the controller. It'll feed a 1080p feed back from the drone, which is crystal clear video. And again, that's super important, because if you're trying to frame a shot, you want to have as clear a picture as possible of what the drone sees, so you know exactly what the footage looks like. Other drones on the market may supply a 720 feed. They may even be lower than that depending on their Wi-Fi connectivity. So the fact that I get 1080p back means I've got exactly what I need to see, so I can understand exactly what I'm pointing at to take that perfect picture or record some great video. Safety features are built into it. I already mentioned the return to home. You have a button on here that if you panic when it's in the air, you can pause its flight. It'll stop in midair, won't run into something. It also has a return to home button on it. So again, if you lose sight of it, it happens, and you get panicked, you can hit the return to home button. It'll instigate the return to home where it elevates, spins around, it comes and lands. But in addition to that, they've built sensors into the drone for crash avoidance. So it's got forward, backward, down, and up. So when you're flying around, if you get too close to a tree, the drone will realize that and it'll pull away from the tree. It won't let you run into stuff. So it's built to be safe. It's built to come home safe. And really, it's protecting you as a flyer, that when you put it up in the air, it's going to go where you want it to go. And if something wacky happens, it's going to find its way back home and land. The last thing I want to mention is the automation built into this, because DJI has been working on technology for decades. They've built a lot of different drones, and they've built a lot of automation into this drone that allows you as a new pilot to push a button and have it do some pretty amazing things in the sky. So if you're trying to get that perfect shot of you and your friends, you can hit a button, it'll circle you. You can hit another button, it'll rocket away from you up like this. You can hit another button, it'll chase you around the backyard. So it's an incredibly smart drone from an artificial intelligence perspective, which means first day you put it up, be careful, but the first day you put it up, you hit a button, you're Francis Ford Coppola up there in the air. You can actually capture some amazing footage. So all those things together being built into the drone really makes it the perfect product, I think, for anybody looking to enter the hobby, or maybe you're flying another drone, you're looking for something a little bit better, a little bit more sophisticated. The Air 2S could be the answer. And that's pretty much all I had for today. You can tell that I love this drone. I've been flying it since it was released, and it's out with me pretty much every time I go out in the field. I just have a lot of fun with it, and I know that if you're in the market for a drone, definitely give this one a long look, because it's worth your time. It's certainly worth your investment. So that's pretty much it for today. Thanks again for watching, and until next time, stay nerdy.